Alright, last time we went and got Captain Celine's treasure on the ghost ship. And now we have all 6 orbs. So we could technically go straight to the shrine and leave Sarah to her fate, but we want the good ending too. So to Sabasa Castle we go. I'm concerned about this story of the princess being kidnapped again. Shall we head back to Sabasa, see what's happening? Huh. That girl again. Whatever. Do what you want. Probably just want her BJ, don't you? Alice looks kind of annoyed for some reason. I turn towards the Sabasa Castle with the angry Alice trailing behind me. Thank you for coming, Hero Luca. I believe you have already heard, but Sarah has been kidnapped by monsters again. And not again, just the first time. The Sabasa King tries to look calm, but I can tell he's restless. I feel sorry for him. Having his daughter kidnapped twice in such a short amount of time. Once! His daughter has been kidnapped once in such a short amount of time. What exactly happened? Can you tell me all the details? A few days ago, she went outside the castle to practice her swordplay and never came back. According to her guards, it was as if she vanished like smoke. Then, a short while later, this came. The king holds out a letter. A letter? To the Sabasa King. I have your daughter. If every human leaves Sabasa, I shall return her to you. She really was kidnapped? Alice suddenly snatches the letter from me and starts to sniff it. Stop joking around at a time like this. We can't have you eating evidence. As if I would. You're the one who should stop screwing around, you idiot. After yelling at me, Alice goes back to sniffing the letter. It smells like elves. And a small hint of fairy. Whoever wrote this letter must be a very high-ranking monster, too. Probably Queen class? A Queen class elf? It looks like I was wrong in thinking she just ran off again. So she really was kidnapped by monsters. What are you going to do, King? There lays out the term for a return. Have every human leave Sabasa? That's an insane request. As the king, I cannot grant that request. Sabasa is our homeland. But the princess! I am the king of this entire region. I can't force all my citizens to suffer for the sake of my own family. But... Calm down, you it. Oh, also just kind of FYI, I don't know about other countries, but the US has a firm policy of it does not negotiate with terrorists. So, no matter who gets kidnapped, there will be no negotiation. People are free to come up with money on their own if their family members get kidnapped and give it to terrorists to get their family members back, but the US government does not. Period. Calm down, you idiot. Think about what you were called here for. That's right. Hero Luca. I wish to ask you for assistance in rescuing my daughter. Ah, of course, that's why they were looking for me. Of course I'll help you. But do you have any idea where she is? There's no way I can rescue her if I don't know where she is. We have a lead based on our extensive intelligence gathering. There's a small island to the west of here called Fairies Island. It's an isolated island filled with elves and fairies. It seems as though Sarah was taken there. Fairies Island. Alice mentioned fairies and elves when sniffing the letter too. Honestly, they aren't the kind of monster I'd want to fight. I'll arrange for a ship to land you on the island. Soldiers too, as many as are possible. Soldiers aren't needed. They would just get in Luca's way as he is now. Which is very much true. Luca surpassed the strength of a normal human a long time ago, and now is far above him. He's taking on Queen-class monsters like it's nothing. Queen are only just a step below the 4 heavenly knights. Just more people he would have to rescue after Sarah. Oh, well, how reliable. Then, I beg you to leave at once. I'm truly sorry for burdening you with so much. If I wasn't the king, I would have swam to that island myself. Don't worry. This is a hero's work. You should concern yourself with king's work. Who are you, and what did you do with Alice? Anyway, leave this to me. Yes, I'm counting on you. Please, rescue your future wife. Ah! He's still trying to work that in there? I hurry out of the audience hall and go to the ship he prepared. Alright then. I'll wait here until you come back. Please leave right away if it gets dangerous. I'll warn the captain, then step off the boat onto the fairies' island. The atmosphere does seem like there would be elves and fairies around. I feel power coming from the center of the forest. That must be where the leader is. Just as Alice said, it must be a Queen-class monster. Sarah must be close by if the wielder of that power is the leader. Alright, let's go deeper into the forest. I step deeper into the forest of Fairies Island. Such a huge forest on such a tiny island. As I mutter to myself and push through the trees, I suddenly hear something behind me. Trick Fairy appears. Ah, the Trick Fairy. While she is as small as a fairy, although she's actually a bit big as normal fairies go, she is fortunately quite stretchy. So yes, I'd smash. It's just like the queen said! The hero came to save the princess! You seem to already know why I'm here. Please return the princess. No way! That princess is gonna become our friend! Your friend? What do you mean? I stare at the small fairy in confusion. And then you know, you're going to be my new toy! I'm a really strong fairy, you know. I can make a human boy like you into a toy really easily. I do feel a lot of power coming from this small fairy. She must be the assistant to the Queen-class elf. Actually, to the Queen-class fairy. I can't be careless here. Here I come! Alright. I think we're going to start with Fundine. Let's see if my butt can make the white stuff come out. I'm gonna lick it.
My mommy said this was the wrong end.
Yeah, it is. You won't get pregnant going that way.
My chest feels soft, doesn't it?
Let's see, that was after 3 attacks. We got 2 more. And the Serene Demon Blade, we won't make it, so we need the Serene Demon Blade now. And then summon Sylph. Oh, we probably could have made it.
I'll press my butt into it.
Alright. Sylph.
My chest feels soft, doesn't it?
Wrong end. Nice crit.
Want to see what it tastes like.
And lightning sword flash!
No!
Trick Fairy is sealed in the form of a butterfly. It goes now level 50. Phew. She was pretty tough. Can't be careless here. Step deeper into the forest after sealing the Trick Fairy. I come to a clearing deep in the forest with a heavy atmosphere all around me. In the clearing, I see 2 powerful-looking monsters. One looks like a fairy and the other an elf. They give off an aurora that clearly differentiates them from normal monsters. And at a nearby tree, I see Sarah, bound by ivy.
Luca? You came to save me?
She doesn't look like a princess at all. That's right, she was kidnapped when she was out for training, right? Wait a moment, Sarah. First, I need to deal with these 2. I turned toward the powerful-looking duo. Alice said whoever wrote the letter was a queen class. But there are 2 of them. I have not met you before. I am the Queen Elf. You will unite all elves of the world.
And I'm the Queen Fairy, the most powerful fairy. Nice to meet you.
Both queens? 2 queen monsters. This won't be easy. Why did you 2 kidnap the princess? What are you planning? Long ago, our brethren lived in the Sabasa region. How long ago was this? Because I don't know if you 2 have noticed, but the Sabasa region is a desert now? You people are forest dwellers? Even if you got every human to leave the Sabasa region, you can't exactly call it home now, can you? Hell, you'll probably die there. So what's your beef with humans? They didn't turn it into a desert. Oh, so are you one of those humans that deny climate change? Lady, in this world that is still in the medieval times, pre-industrial, in what way would it cause that kind of climate change? It can't. So you're beef is with nature. Take it up with them. However, those humans moved in. They stole our Harmland. Yeah, like, it must have been at least 1,000 years ago. It was probably reduced to a desert during the Great Monster Wars, now that I think about it. Take it up with Ilias.
We don't like fighting, so we continue to avoid fighting with humans as they took more and more land.
Yeah, you gave up more and more deserts. I really think it's just desertification that's encroached on your land, not the humans. The Sabasa people just moved in after you left since they're accustomed to the desert.
Until finally, we were driven all the way to this remote island.
Sounds similar to the story I heard at Undine Spring. Yeah, similarly blaming humans for issues they can't have that big of an effect on yet. You all are so dramatic.
Are the fairies and elves losing their homeland as the slimes did? We were mistaken, but we realized our folly far too late. Even if we disliked fighting, we should have protected our homeland. Well, yeah, kind of.
Once you've given up for a generation, I say you have no claim to it anymore. Although it is slightly different for a monster, since you probably still could have grown up there. All the humans that live there now were born there. You can't just go stealing their home.
Sabasa was ours to begin with. The time for us to reclaim it has come.
If you, again, you're fighting over land that doesn't really suit your people. There are 0 elves and 0 fairies in the desert.
So you took Sarah hostage, and you try and make the king leave? That's not why we kidnapped her. That letter was just for us to have a little fun making him squirm. Our true purpose is to make Sarah into a monster.
What? What do you mean?
With our power, it would be simple to turn a single human into a monster. We'll turn the king's only daughter into one of us. Then when the king dies, the inheritance will pass to her. After Sarah, we'll turn everyone in the castle into monster, one by one. Like that, we'll reclaim our land without shedding a single drop of blood.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that would kind of do it. It's kind of a long route about it, but yeah, I personally see no issues with it. Humans don't have to remain humans to be themselves, so whatever. Still say you're being buttholes about the whole desertification thing, but yeah, it's not a bad plan.
No way! Sabasa will collapse from the inside if that happens. Will it, though? Will it?
I mean, the founder of Sabasa was married to a monster. And they seem to be proud of that fact, so I don't think it's that much of an issue.
I can't let this happen. It's true. Us humans were clearly at fault.
Don't go jumping the gun, Sarah. They have proven nothing yet. You're taking them at their word on face value. While man-made climate change is a thing, it is a big issue in our world. In every world, it will change over time, naturally.
But what you're trying to do is just crazy. I think it's actually as invasions go, it's actually quite reasonable. Why can't we settle this peacefully? There doesn't need to be any hostage taking or fighting if we just discuss it. Discuss it with humans? Those same humans who praise Ilias and desire our destruction? Well, yes, the Ilias church is a big issue, but it's not that big of an issue in Sabasa. Please don't test my patience with foolish jokes. There's no way humans would ever deal with us fairly. Well, even if they won't, you have to try that route first. If you don't do your due diligence, then you have no claim of being in the right. That's wrong! My father would definitely listen to monsters. Please cease that foolish prattling. The Queen Fairy snaps her fingers, causing ivy around Sarah to grow and force itself into her mouth. That's the end of this discussion. Princess, I'm going to turn you into a monster now. Queen Fairy, I'll leave this human to you. Of course. Sarah has quite the potential in her. I'm looking forward to see her when she is reborn. The Queen Fairy stands between me and the Queen Elf, giggling. Step aside! I won't let you turn her into a monster! You're wrong there. You will fail at that spectacularly. I won't let you disturb her. Sarah will become one of us. Queen Fairy deftly flies around, ready to fight me. The flowers and ivy on all the nearby plants and trees start to grow as if ready to assist her. Are you controlling those plants? All fairies are able to converse with plants. As the queen, I can even freely control them. I'll show you the anger of the forest. The sorrow of being isolated on a tiny island. Blame the desert! Alright, let's see. She is a queen, so let's start with Gnome. Take the pleasure of this ivy. Next we need Sylph. Taste the sexual organ of a plant. Water the forest with your stuff. The ivy shall overcome you. Good. Does it feel good? How about make it even better? Alright. We'll just go ahead and meditate. Nice dodge. Deriving pleasure even from this. Men are pathetic. I'll squeeze out all of your stuff. Oh, bound. Okay. Can't break free. This is the anger of the forest. Males like being stimulated this way. Like it broke free. Okay, human use the power of the earth! No, that's how. I'll do it directly. meditation. I can even do this if I just borrow the power of the forest. Alright, bind Luca. Luca's bound. Can't break free. This is the anger of the forest. Does it hurt? Luca broke free. Okay, human use the power of the earth. Alright, attack. Crit. The ivy shall play with you. Alright, earth fades. We need that back. So, gnome. Nice dodge. Alright, we need Sylph back. Alright, meditation. Nice crit. Get drunk on the sweet smell of the forest. That's why we need Sylph up. Another crit. Another crit. This is the anger of the forest. Nice dodge. We're having pleasure even from this. Men are pathetic. Let's see. Still ways off, some meditation. Taste the pleasure from this ivy. Nice dodge. Nice crit. Another crit. Nice. We're having pleasure even from this. Men are pathetic. Let's see. And we're still a ways off, so attack. Attack. Give your stuff to the forest. I think a demon skull beheading and a lightning sword flash should do it. Or earth reveling decapitation, that's it. Earth reveling decapitation. Just barely. And lightning sword flash. How could I lose? Queen Fairy is sealed in the form of a butterfly. Queen Fairy was defeated. Luca is now level 51. Trick Fairy. A powerful, high-ranking fairy. However, like other fairies, she still retains her mischievous, innocent nature. Very curious about sex, she wants to try having sex with a human despite her small size. Though her body is barely larger than a rod, her stretchy place is able to take and clamp down around man. After shaking her body as hard as she can to make him finish, the stuff largely spills out of her due to her tiny body.
In addition, she's very possessive, making the possibility of the man being kept very high. Though she appears innocent and friendly, do not underestimate this dangerous monster. The trick fairy's soft butt forced Luca to finish. Turned into her toy, the trick fairy kept on playing with Luca for the rest of his life.
A little fairy's toy, pathetic as ever, I see. I'm ashamed at myself for having become used to your pathetic behavior. The trick fairy does not have any special skills or binding moves. Due to that, you should use your SP on offensive skills. She's able to pierce through the defenses of some spirits, so Sylph and Gnome aren't that useful. Perhaps using Undyne will be effective. Now go, oh brave Luca. Please stop disappointing me.
Queen Fairy. The most powerful fairy in the world. Both her magical power and synergy with nature is very high. It will use plants as if they were her own hands. The Queen Fairy uses the forest as her own sexual organ. Originally, she did not attack humans, but her anger has brought her to the point where she's now antagonistic. Unlike her carefree fairy brethren, she appears to have a strong sense of responsibility as their queen. Any human captured by her is forced to experience the anger of the forest through her. Any stuff squeezed out from a man is treated as nourishment for the forest. In addition, she seems to be good friends with the Queen Elf. As the Queen Fairy rubbed her body against Luca, he finished. Captured, Luca was forced to nourish the forest with his stuff for the rest of his life.
The Queen Fairy made you nurse the forest? I've been thinking about it for a while now, but to think you really were the same as manure.
Oh, apply the ointment to the burned area, Luca.
The Queen Fairy has difficult skills. It'll be hard to fight her head on. Many of her moves are plant-based, so Sylph will go a long way in helping you avoid them. That will be helpful for her binds and the extra defense. Summon both of them to have a more manageable time. Now go, oh brave Luca. Exterminate all the wicked monsters hiding away on this island.